Hey guys, I know this intro is a little bit different than normal. My name is Jeremy. I'm part of the Chatterpod crew. There was a little bit of a mess up during the recording session on Saturday, and I forgot to hit the record button. So it's gonna be a little bit janky. The actual video you're gonna see is recorded from the Twitch VOD. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoy. Bye. Welcome to Chatterpod, where ideas take flight. Join us as we explore thought-provoking discussions, inspiring growth, and celebrating the power of ideas. Alrighty, guys. So, welcome back to Chatterpod. My name is Jeremy.
My name's Grant.
Manning.
Yo,
As you
real
can
quick,
see,
guys.
what's up?
Real quick. I gotta let you know that I fucked up majorly.
What'd you do this
Baldur's
time?
Gate 3.
Yeah.
Um, if anyone's ever played it, awesome game. Fucking 10 out of 10 for me. I love it. Um, Act 1, though, I don't know what happened to my Infernal Iron. And so I don't know what to do for Karlach
You can get more.
in Act 2, because that's
Um,
the thing where I'm at. So I met the guy in the last light in.
um,
And I think it says you can get more because it's like a total of 6 or 12 you can get.
well, I mean, and even in Act 3, you can get a ton
Oh,
by
okay.
killing the Act 3, you can get a ton by killing the Iron Golem guards
Oh, okay.
in the cities.
Okay, alright. So I
Yeah,
might be okay. I might be okay. I might just
you'll
swap
be
her out
alright.
for a bit. No, she just doesn't do anything. It's just she's like,
Yeah,
okay, cool.
yeah. All right,
Alright.
so I'll start off with our would you rather. Would you rather live in the future or in the past? And by like past, I mean like medieval. By future, I mean like 300 plus years from now.
Would it be like Cyberpunk 2077? I'm just throwing that out there.
Up,
If
up,
it's like
up
that
to
in the
you.
future, then I would go for future because I would want to get some augmentations in my arms, at least something. I want it to be like Cyberpunk 2077. I want it to be like that.
All right, cool, cool. Grant.
I don't know. You know, I mean, it's pretty easy choice. Like, I feel like if you're like on like the oh, what's the safest option? Obviously, the future for whatever.
Yeah. Well, you don't
But
know. Maybe maybe
you have no idea. You
300 years
have
from
no
now,
idea.
we're
You're
dead.
dead. It's game over.
Um,
So that's true. And then again, you said medieval times, so I'm like, okay, well, it's like, bro, it's like all the plagues.
yeah,
So
yeah,
I'm
the
like, I'm
plagues.
gonna die one way or the other.
Although you do have a lot of the immunizations already.
Oh, so I'm going back. I'm just going back.
Yeah, yeah, we're going back.
We're just going back from where we currently are.
Sure, yeah, yeah.
Okay, if that's the case, then I will probably just do medieval times.
Medieval times.
Yeah,
Why is that?
cause dos downeth for a goodest time, not longeth.
You would
Ooh,
be a you would be a peasant, just so you know.
Don't I already look like one?
You already are one.
Yeah, baby.
Okay. Ooh,
ooh.
my
I
nano
just
leaves are
I,
actually working.
I just saw that.
Jesus
You alright?
Christ. Yeah, your nano leaves haven't worked for in a minute.
I mean, I plugged them in, and normally they just shine white, but they actually changed, which means I don't know. Um, okay. I need to change that. That is very orange.
It's okay
I
though.
would choose. I really like the Renaissance, you know,
That's what I'm
like
saying.
style of living.
Be some medieval, so you
Um,
can't say that.
but I think I have too much knowledge, and if I were to go back in time, people would like kill
Yo,
me for
witch!
like being possessed by the devil or something.
Yes!
Um, so I think I will have to choose the future. Although in the future, we'd kind of be pretty useless because we wouldn't know the tech, you know. I don't know. It's like grandpa or oh, what do we got here? Oh shit, they working, bruh. Let's see. All right,
Ladies and
I'm gonna
gentlemen,
show them
this
real
is
quick.
a
I have them set up like
unsponsored, sponsored setup
I have
by
them set up like
Nanoleaves.
Ooh,
You can buy a
a
kit of
that is
15
PCD.
for
beautiful.
$600.
Dude, they're so expensive.
It's
That
so
is
expensive.
gorgeous.
Let's do where's the campfire one?
Gather around the campfire and sing
Here we
this
go.
campfire song. Say
Song.
song.
Let's do daylight and then turn that down a bit. Yeah, that's some good lighting. All right. Yeah. So I'd have to choose the future. I think it'd be really cool to see where we go, and hopefully in the 300 years in the future, um, we could like just travel the galaxy.
Yeah, that'd be nice, bro. Wouldn't that be nice? Wouldn't that be something?
All right.
Hopefully, it doesn't cost an
So
arm and a leg in the future.
take my arm if I can go to another planet,
Oh
bro.
yeah, for real.
And not like Mars. I wouldn't give my arm up for Mars. I
Right.
would give my arm up for like another Earth-like planet. You know, like like a relatively unexplored. So you're kind of living like the Renaissance style life on another planet, but like you still have like tech for like healing and doctors and shit. All right. So would you rather read the book or watch the movie? So growing up, my mom was very if a movie was in the theaters and it had a book version, she had me read the book before I could go watch the movie.
That's a very teacher-like thing to
Um,
do.
yeah, she's very teacher like. She's a first and second grade teacher. She's great. Wanted me to read, and if I really wanted to see the movie, then I'd read the book. And I usually did. Um, and the weird thing about reading the book before watching the movie is you paint the picture of the characters in your head before you haven't seen the movie, so you're like reading it and you're saying this person looks like this. And then you go see the movie and you feel kind of detached from it, even if they do a really good job following the story. You feel kind of detached because that character did not usually doesn't look the same as it did in your head.
Yeah.
Um, and then the weird thing is if you do it the other way around, if you watch the movie and then you read the book, and every character looks like they did in the movies. Um,
Yeah.
what do you think? So, say what's a really good? Have you read any books, Grant, that had movies?
Other than the Great Gatsby.
City of Glass, City of Bones, whatever.
That does it have a movie?
I don't know. It had a television series. It might have had one movie.
Maybe. All
Um,
right. Well, it's one you've read and watched.
Harry
Did you
Potter.
read? Did you read the Harry Potters?
I did.
Okay. What do you think about that relationship between the two?
I think it's kind of interesting, but it's just because like I mean they made a lot of movies, thankfully.
Hmm.
But again, I think you realize if you go into the depth of the books, there'd still be like 20 more movies.
Yeah.
But I think that's the obvious case with most of the time from a book to a movie. Um, but I found it weird. It's kind of interesting for me, especially with certain
Hmm.
characters.
Oh yeah. There's definitely way more backstory in the books, which you don't get from movies because they can only be 2 hours.
Yeah.
Uh, Obviously, nowadays they do a lot of part twos and they split things up a lot or adapt things into TV shows. Um, Quick question: do you guys prefer TV shows or movies?
I low key prefer TV shows.
Oh, totally. Yeah, without a doubt, I would much rather watch a TV show than a movie because you get so much more world building, so much more character
Is that
depth.
your preference? Too many?
I'm gonna be honest with you. Yes, because believe it or not, movies have to one shot their stories. If you've taken a look at some stories, like even horror movies in general, like Scream, They started off with the first film talking about the main character's past and how they basically offed every single one of her friends until at the end it was like a final confrontation. Then they decided to make sequels of it. Then lo and behold, they decided to make a TV show about it.
Mhm.
So I believe that TV shows are better because they, like you stated, Jeremy, it paints a whole different view, and we get a whole lot of backstory, and we also get a lot of character development.
Mhm. And it's just more content too, which is just better, I think.
Yeah.
And with the TV show is if they're nowadays you kind of they kind of make everything bingeable, so they release everything at once. But with those shows that are week by week, they're still filming every week. They can change it to how the audience is perceiving things. Like with the Walking Dead when that was coming out, isn't there like 20 different Walking Dead series now? Because they have the main series and then they have like all the like offshoots, whatever. But like with Glenn, Glenn was
Yeah.
supposed to die in like season 1 or 2, but
Mm-hmm.
people loved him,
Yes.
so they're like, oh well, just keep him in. With the movie, it's kind of launched as is. If you don't like it, you don't like it. If you do, you do. Um, but back to the books versus movies or books versus TV shows. I think the books usually are better. Not every book is better than movies, but the book, in order for a book to be made into a movie, it has to be good, right? So the ones that do become movies, those books, usually better than the movies. There are plenty of books that aren't as good as a similar movie, but those books that do become movies are killer books. Because if you're gonna invest millions and millions and millions of dollars into something, you're choosing the best books.
Well, I can tell you that The Walking Dead pretty much hasn't it been for 11 seasons?
Oh, The Walking Dead has. I know it has like I think. Let's see, Walking Dead.
I know they have spin-offs too, or if they want to call it
Okay, yeah. So
sequel series. Then yeah,
there's 11 Walking Dead seasons, and then spin off.
there's a Fear the Walking
Holy
Dead.
cow! Okay, the Walking Dead, Dead City, Fear the Walking Dead, The Walking Dead, World Beyond, Tales of Walking Dead, The Walking Dead, Red Machete, um, Fear the Walkie Dead, Dead in the Water, The Walking Dead, The Oath, The Walking Dead, Cold Storage, The Walking Dead, uh, Torn
Cold
Apart.
storage is fucking dude. There's so many Walking Deads. It's disgusting. The Walking Dead's got a multiverse like fucking start when you start going into fucking DC and shit.
Wait,
Okay,
wait,
so
wait, wait,
that's
wait.
one,
Hold the hell up.
2,
Aren't there like
3,
supposedly
4,
television series or something? Like
5,
Yeah, there's a
I know
bunch.
there's Fear
6,
the
Fear the
Walking
Walking
Dead,
Dead.
7,
World Beyond,
Yeah.
8,
Tales of the Walking Dead,
9,
Dead City, Daryl Dixon, and I know there's another one that's coming. I
21
think it's
total
called
seasons of Walking Dead content.
Jesus Christ. I know there's one that's coming real soon, or
Arrow.
it's already here. No, no, no. There's another one. There's called
Seven-
the Walking Dead, The Ones Who Live.
Ooh.
Cool. That's pretty sweet.
Jesus, there's too many to count.
Yeah, bro. All the zombies to go around, dude.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! Hold up. Pause.
And rewind.
Did anyone watch the 100?
Oh, I've seen that show. Yeah.
There's a there's a prequel and a spinoff.
Oh yeah.
Never mind. The 100 prequels spinoff has officially been canceled.
Yeah, I thought
Ah,
Dang.
I thought that 100 was like
The 100 is amazing.
it's good, but
It is
it
so good.
didn't get it what it needed to continue from what I know.
It got 7 seasons and they ended it very
Yeah.
well.
Yeah. 7 seasons is good. You're right. It's a good run.
I mean, to be honest, the 100 it lived up, but it got overshadowed due to the fact that they had a DC live action shows like the Arrow and then the Flash.
Well, the 100 is not that's not superpowers. It's like post-apocalyptic show.
No, I know that, but I'm saying it got overshadowed because of that.
I don't think so. I think 100 was far superior to the Flash.
Oh,
show.
absolutely. I'm just saying that there's a lot of DC fans who are looking forward to like live action shows. They were watching the
Perhaps,
Justice
yeah.
League and stuff
Yeah.
like that.
I think the 100s that is one of my comfort shows. Like I can always go back and watch it.
Really?
Yeah, I've probably watched the 100 from start to end at least 4 or 5 times.
I probably watched Adventure Time from start to end at least 4 or 5 times.
Bro, how many?
Have you Adventure Time?
Yeah.
Ah, bro, regular show is my shit.
Oh boy.
Wee.
Hmm.
All right.
All
All right.
right. What's your guys' favorite show? Oh, hold on. Pause. Back to the books and TV show.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
The a movie TV show that's based off a book can only be X amount as good as the book or TV show, right?
Yeah.
So you got Game of Thrones. Uh, those books were incredible, and then the second they ran out of content, because he's still writing the books, right? The second they ran out of content, the quality of the show plummeted.
Yeah.
That's true.
Plummeted, bro. They could have. I wish they would have slowed down, let him finish writing, because I want his ending. I'm excited to read them once he's finished, but they really messed up by just making up their own ending without consulting the writer.
They sped up way too fast for that.
It's a shame. They're such a good show, and I think one of my favorite things about Game of Thrones, which is I think why it probably did so well, is they treated its viewers like adults. Not just by having like adult content or mature language, but by killing off main characters. Because like when I watch like any Hollywood show or TV show or movie, you're almost 99% sure that this main character, this hero who's in peril, is somehow going to miraculously win,
Yeah.
right? Um, Second episode of Game of Thrones, one main character gets his head chopped off. You're
Yeah.
like, holy shit! And then for the rest of the time, you're on your seat because you're like, this guy might die. This guy could die. So you're weighing that possibility, and it makes it much more interesting because you're not like, oh, well, the main character is going to survive somehow magically with his plot armor. That's how that is. All right,
I want to learn how to get plot armor one day.
plot armor. You don't have it yet?
No,
Man, you need to work on it, bro.
I
It's
really do,
nice.
man. That's why my
It's
camera
so nice.
keeps bugging out.
Camera keeps bugging out, and your car keeps getting hit.
Yeah.
Why don't you get one? Why don't you get one that I have, bro? You can make payments off of Amazon.
I just already bought. I already bought mine. I just bought it. It just came in.
Oh,
My
you got a new
dash cam.
camera?
My dash cam.
Oh, yeah, he got a dash cam for his car.
Front and rear, three. All that.
Unreal.
Yeah, all of it, baby.
Grant, how long have you had that car?
Just
What,
a year
4 months?
now.
Only it's not even a year?
It's just a year now.
Damn. His cars keep getting hit in parking lots.
Yeah.
Not only that, I'm like unemployed technically.
Grant, get something like this, bro. At least that way you
Oh,
can be
okay.
able
There
to
you go.
connect.
That's cool. Yeah.
Hey, get it off of Amazon. You can make payments like I did.
Yeah. All right, so
Pay me some
we're
too
gonna
many
move
things.
little heavier topic here.
Swagger.
The American credit or loan or however you want to say it, American debt, not government debt. The average citizen and how many people are like really struggling. Because I mean, I'm fortunate. I have to have a credit card or anything, but I think I'm the only one I know that's over the age of 18 that does not have a credit card,
Yeah, that's kind of mind blowing, bro.
and most people have one because they need one.
To build credit, yep.
Um,
Yep.
well, not even just to build credit, just to get by.
Yeah, that too.
What is it? The average household is $30,000 in debt. That's not including home payments.
I'll say that makes sense. Like at least a nice collected debt is already way above that.
Yeah, it's wild. And with interest rates how they are, you know, pa minimum, like, down payments are huge, and, uh, people are like, "Oh, how the market's gonna crash, let's buy a house then." Not gonna let you buy a house.
Yeah,
I mean, what Wells Fargo's stopped giving out stopped doing mortgages and home loans.
yeah, they did.
They were doing 2/3 of all United States, home loans, and
Wells
they're like,
Fargo is
"Yep,
doing a lot of the United States' things.
they were," and then they're like, "Yeah, this economy is gonna about to get absolutely fucked, so we know what we're gonna do? We're not gonna take the brunt of this.
They cut it.
Cut, yeah,
They
cut
cut
and
it.
run."
They
Um,
cut it.
Bitch, I like to cut it.
I definitely think the government should put I'm usually all for, government kinda staying out of things as much as possible. Um, they need to put limits on, college, price. College should not cost $20,000 a semester,
Oh my god, it's
you know?
disgusting. I know.
I got my mom paid 3 grand for 4 years of college. Like,
Really?
yeah, and she went to the Minnesota State University, so, like, a state college.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's like a semester.
Yeah,
Not
that's like an
even.
online that's like an
Yeah.
online community
Yeah,
college
that is.
semester.
Yeah. And if you're and that's if you're lucky, bro, for real.
Mhm. I mean, some people are really lucky and they have great, scholarships,
Yeah, they worked
but
hard and
on
they got
top
the
of
high
that,
rise and all
even
that.
if you're doing that, I mean, that's very few, and
Yep.
then some people are able to pay very little each semester because they have huge like, they get grants or stuff, and that's awesome.
I get it.
But the
That's funny.
majority of people come out of college with, like, ridiculous debt.
Absolutely. I think
What is it
the I thought
what's
the
the
average was like 60, 70K.
USA total college debt? Alright, guys, I want you to make a guess on what you think it is.
Wait. Price or percentage?
No, no, on what number. So Americans owe blank in student debt loans. Student loan debt.
This is the totality?
Totality, yeah.
Oh my god, it's got to be somewhere in the trillions.
Yeah. It's the low trillions.
No, give you should have said anything. You gotta give Manny the. All right, Manny, take a
Oh,
guess. It has nothing to do with the trillions. Don't worry about it. It's somewhere in the high gazillions.
high gazillions, bro.
What's your guess, bro? What's your guess? Come on, deal or no deal?
Deal or no deal? I have to say more than 10 billion. 50.
50
It
billion. All
is
right, I didn't pick yet. I say 3.8 trillion.
not quite that big, Grant.
Oh,
Manny, you're like
How much? Oh,
1/20th. You're like 1/20th the way there.
oh,
that's hot, bro.
that's
That's hot. Fist
One
bump. Fist bump.
point 1.77 trillion.
oh my fucking god.
1.7 trillion. All right, so I was only off by
You're
like
half. You're a
1
double.
point. Yeah.
You're about double. Which is wild. If you look at this graph, it goes,
And isn't that?
oh,
But isn't that still like only a 16th of the world's U.S. total debt?
the what do you
U.S.
mean?
total debt, the
Oh,
debt accumulation, the
U.S.
total deficit or whatever.
citizen.
U.S. world economy's total debt, because the U.S. economy is based off
Oh,
of
you mean the
what
U.S.
the
Gov?
yeah the U.S. gov. Because I thought it's so we're based on I forget, like a treaty or a pact that was made, and because of it, it is the reason why we're like a debt system, like a consistent like funneling debt system.
Well, that's how it works. So the United States government's at 33 trillion right now.
Yeah, see, and it's like that right, and the total debt of school is like a 16th of that,
Yeah,
and
and
that's
then
wild still.
so the United American households carry a total of $17.1 trillion in debt.
Okay, so that's a good
And
portion of it.
oh my god, the average household debt is $101,915,000.
Yeah, it's disgusting. That's really
The
unfortunate.
average home, average, the average family or couple or the average house has
Yeah,
101,000 in debt,
it's hard.
102,000 in debt.
It's
That's
odd.
it's fucked up. Dude, these graphs are depressing. It just goes in like the 2000s.
That's
That's
awesome.
just weird.
We love that.
Jesus.
I love this for us. Oh man, what a time to be alive.
What a
Who's ready?
time to be
Who's ready
alive.
for? Who's ready for a revolution? To just get rid of all people in power and just replace them with kindergartners. They would do a better job.
Absolutely, bro. I'm down for
Honestly, honestly though,
it.
bunch of 5-year-olds might do pretty well in office.
Yeah, for real. I think so. There's some sophisticated little kids these days.
I'm not even saying sophisticated. I'm talking average 5-year-old. You know,
How would you take it? Jesus.
how would I do the office?
Yeah, how would you do it?
Like how would I fix the problem?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, I'm not saying I know how to fix the problem. All I'm
no, no,
saying is the way I would approach working towards a solution would personally I think we need younger people in office. So many people are so detached. The people in power should be paid the average salary for their district. So someone who's from Texas, governors and the congressman from Texas should be paid the average Texas salary. It's probably like 40 to 50, maybe. So that and then not be able to take lobbying. Lobbying should be canceled. Lobbying should be made illegal. Um, age limits in office. We have them at the bottom end. We have them at the top end. The fact that someone in office died from being old just this last week, wild. I think 70, maybe 75. Set it at whatever retirement age is, right? I guess that's what 75 right now, or 72. Yeah.
72, I think.
Um, so 72. Any older than 72, sorry, you're done. Thank you for serving our country. But you,
Just go take a vacation. All good. Yep.
yeah,
Take a
yeah,
vacation, please.
Yeah.
yes.
Save yourself.
Let's see, what else would I do? Uh, declare war on the rest of the world because we're better than them, and they need to know it.
No.
No, I'm just
He's
kidding on that
kidding.
part.
He's kidding, please. Don't.
I mean, we are
No.
better than them, but like,
In a way, just not in every single possible way. We're just no.
U.S. Defense Forces would no diff the rest of the world. Do you disagree, Grant?
Go back to playing Call of Duty. Stop.
Hold on. This
No,
is
we're
not
not
like
doing
a.
this. We're not
What do you
doing
mean?
this. We're not
This
doing
is
this.
fine.
No, this
It's
is
not a
fine.
political thing.
What
Not
are you
political.
asking?
Do you really think the United States military couldn't defeat the rest of the world's militaries?
I don't know. I'm not gonna answer.
If we're not including nukes,
I don't know. I'm not gonna answer.
why?
'Cause I'm not gonna answer.
But why?
Because I'm not.
It's not political.
Yeah, that's pretty political in my opinion.
No, it's
Dude, we're a sneeze away
hypothetical.
from World War III. We're a sneeze away from
Okay,
World War III.
and the Chatterpod podcast isn't gonna ignite the flame.
I don't know, man. That'd be a pretty cool staple.
Just
That is not a
geographically
pretty
speaking.
cool staple. We'd be responsible for
Do
starting
I look
World
like
War III.
a good Charles Manson? Am I doing good right now?
Great. See, just geographically speaking, the United States has such an advantage. Like any good military that any other military that has any like power wise, even comparable to the United States, needs to get their troops across the ocean in order to claim territory. Okay, the United States is the only one in the entire world that has the capabilities of mass transportation of logistics and troops. All right, Britain uses United States logistics to transport all of their material, all of their tanks. They use the United States. Germany mostly uses the United States or their rail system. Their rail system can't get to the United States. There's kind of a water in between. it's just United States has such a geographical advantage, even if you're not counting the fact that we have 15 times more aircraft carriers than the rest of the world combined, 15 times more, or 100 times more aircraft compared to the rest of the world combined. It's just it would be a no diff situation. All right, all right. I don't understand why it's political to talk about. It's just like a hypothetical. Obviously, it's not going to happen. The United States is not going to declare war on every country in the world.
We can't. We just can't. We.
Well, we
We
could, and
still
we would
want to.
I
win,
mean, we could.
but
Yeah.
there'd just be ruin afterwards. Everything else would be,
Pretty much.
there's morality factors in play that people are good. The majority of people are good, and no one would accept that happening. You know, it's just a hypothetical. If it would happen, do you think the United States would be wiped out right away, or think they'd win? Come on, just answer win or lose. If you think the United States would lose, say lose.
I think we'd lose.
All right, that's fine. All right. See, that kind of draws us into the next topic here. Anxiety. Grant brought up possibility of World War III in our future. I think things are starting to cool down for the most part, so I'm not too worried about that anymore. From the beginning of the Ukraine stuff, I was kind of worried. But just like anxiety in general, Grant, how do you deal with that?
So realistically speaking, with anxiety, I think every human being has at least once experienced anxiety in their life, and they may not know it or be aware of it or even admit to it. But it's a very healthy and normal thing to have, because
Anxiety is a survival instinct,
yeah, it's just a response to a significant amount of external stimuli that is not positive nor negative or overbearing or whatever. But again, there's a lot of things you can do. I think my best one that I learned ever was, I think, in dialectical behavioral therapy or cognitive behavioral therapy, either one. I think it's DBT. It's called TIP. Um, I don't have the acronym fully memorized to heart, so I don't.
Okay, just explain what
Can
dip
you
is.
can't hold me to truth. I think so. It's like temperature, the way I know it to be, or the way that I've made it in my head. It's different. I think I know it's a lot longer actually. But I do temperature, intensity, and pressure. So either
What does that
use
mean?
like ice cold water or ice water, or like an icy hot shower or icy cold shower, or something like drastic in temperature. Like put your hands in, put your face in, put your body in.
Sounds like you're trying to put your body into
It's shocking
trying to get it
therapy.
out of the anxiety. Yeah, trying to get
Yes.
to shock.
Yeah, it's just the flipping a switch.
Mhm. Taking it out of flight, put it in fight.
And then
What else is
pressure can
it?
be like a weighted blanket,
Okay. Or a hug.
or a hug, or a squeezy thing. Yes.
You already got that.
And what's the last one? What are the other ones?
Temperature, intensity, and pressure.
What's intensity?
An exercise or some form of workout that you do in like a 5 to 10 or 12-minute interval that you do
Okay.
like a lot, like crazy hard.
Okay. Cool. Um, I like to think that I'm very good at managing my anxiety and emotions. Um, my go-to method, and it gets whenever I'm helping people, I'm sure it gets annoying me telling them just try to breathe, slow down.
I
But
can't
my
relate.
go-to is simply just focus on taking deep, long breaths. That usually helps me in any situation. If I'm in pain, if I'm feeling anxious, I'm feeling stressed, upset, angry, sad, whatever it is. My first step is to just breathe.
That's
You know,
good.
take it slow. Get your body working the way it wants to work before you're able to, get your mind to focus on what it needs to. But you, Manny, how do you typically manage your stress, anxiety, or other?
Well, usually it all depends on the person. But for me, if I tend to dwell on the past for quite a while, I usually want to take out that aggression that is trapped inside me. But I usually go to the gym, do some exercise if I'm doing like arm curls or if anything, or if I'm just practicing punching the boxing bag. I do that so that way whatever tension I have inside me, it's all it's all out. So that way I don't have to think about that. What's what I took out my frustration on the bag. Literally, I don't have to think about it, and like a nice cold shower, just
Oh, there you go.
literally just keeps you gives you peace of mind.
Yeah,
Literally.
absolutely, man.
Yep.
What do you do in the moment? Say you're in a really stressful situation, right? You can't go punch a bag or go take a cold shower. What do you do?
See that? No, that's a good question. See, in the moment, if you don't have something like that, I usually just separate myself from whatever from if like I'm around certain people, I separate myself. I try to take deep breaths, very deep breaths, very slow, pace myself so that I don't have to think about it. I take deep breaths and I calm myself down. And I just try to tell myself just don't think about it. It's just today. Tomorrow's a whole different story. Just don't think about it. I close my eyes, take deep breaths, and just continue on with the rest of my day.
Gotcha. And Grant, what about you? You're in a stressful situation. Maybe someone's angered you. What do you do to manage those emotions?
I look like a snapping turtle. Um,
Are you
so yeah, what I do is in this stressful situations, well, the really good thing to do is to like you could either like distract yourself. That's the one thing I'm being told my therapist is to like be like, oh, hold on 1 minute, I need to go do something, and then just go literally answer the phone on my work phone. Go to my work phone. Talk on the work phone.
Gotcha, gotcha, gotcha. Let's say here's a scenario here. Um, say
Uh,
someone calls you, like a son of a bitch.
yeah.
Um, what would you do? What would you do? Huh?
I say thank you, sir.
Wow, I mean that's amazing. It's incredible. That amount of like restraint and self control. It's impressive.
I mean, I usually
Uh,
say thank you. Or I'm sorry when I get to talk to you like that, and it's quite often.
yeah. Well, I mean,
Um,
you are a son of a bitch, so like I mean, I get it. Um, no. See, whenever someone's being like rude towards me, I like to outwardly be friendly, but in my head, I'm like drawing like the glasses on them, like giving them devil horns, uh, cussing them out. But I'm a Minnesotan, so I can't do that,
Oh, really?
dude.
Okay.
There's a huge social pressure. I feel like here in Minnesota to be nice to everyone. For the most part, I love it. But like when someone's like really bad, bro. Oh, for the most part though, because of it, Karens aren't very rare here. Aren't very common here.
All right, so let's do this. Let's do this. All right, so in the past week or two, how you guys been holding up lately with stress or anxiety?
Past week or two. Let's see. Um, I think the last week or so. Um, I thought my like seasonal depression started kicking back in. Um, and I mean it seems a lot better now. Could have a million reasons. I mean, my my friends help support me. Um, something that I've been getting a lot better at these last few years is reaching out to people in my life. Letting them know how I'm feeling. Um, growing up, I could not. There was no way in hell I was gonna say, "Hey, I'm feeling sad. Just need some support." That would not have happened at all when I was any younger than 18, 22, whatever. These last like year or so, um, growing up and then being around the people I'm being, especially Grant, who's very aware of how the people around him are feeling, which is amazing. It's incredible. Uh, I like to think I'm pretty self-aware and outwardly aware. But Grant's really good at reading people in those situations.
Oh.
So I know he's gonna ask me if I'm upset anyways. Um, so I kind of am a lot more forward with it, and not just with him because like with my girlfriend, I'll be like, hey, I'm not doing too hot. I could use your love and support,
Good.
and she's been really great with that. Same with Grant and the rest of my people in my life that love me. Um, yeah, I think it's really important to firstly learn how to ask for help, and understand. I feel like a lot of people are so worried about burdening those around them, and that's definitely how it was for me. I didn't want my mom to think I was upset because then she'd be worrying about me being upset,
Yeah.
right? And um, you think, oh, that's more suffering then, but really, you have to understand that one, it is not your place to make that decision for the people in your life. It is up to them whether they want to help you with how you are feeling. It is not up to you. Um, if someone's in your life because they love you and care about you, they've already made that decision to be there to help you when you need it. Um, I didn't really quite understand that for a long time. Um, so that's kind of the first step of um, becoming better or learning to ask for help or understanding that those around you love you. I think a lot of people, especially our generation, are so worried about saying, "Hey, this person, I don't want to bother burden them, so I'm just gonna keep it in and suffer in silence."
Yeah.
You know,
I
Grant,
agree.
you do that. Manny, I'm sure you do that, Manny. You don't want to burden those around you, so you kind of suffer in silence sometimes. Um,
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you. There are times when I do suffer in silence, and there are times when I don't want to burden those around me because I don't want them to think that I always need help from them. And there are times when I just feel like, oh, I'm bothering them rather than in my head I'm thinking that, oh, they're helping me because they care about me.
I mean, there are definitely times to suffer in silence. Um, Times where um, not worrying about asking for help are important. If you're in a intense moment, asking for help right away might not always be the best go. Um, you haven't processed how you're feeling yourself. Asking for help might not always be the best go. But if you've had that time to stop and think to yourself, then definitely reach out to those around you because they are around you because they care and because they want to help you in case you need it. If it's someone that you would help, they would help you usually.
Yeah,
But yeah,
I agree.
I don't know if that answered the question. Kind of just went off. All right. Any other questions on this topic, boys?
So I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna have Manny answer the question. Sorry, guys, excuse me. Manny answered this question about how his week or 2 weeks have gone, and then I'll answer sorta, and then we'll go on to the gratitudes and closing ceremonies for our Donde la Peeps.
Yeah, because Jeremy, you answered for how it was in your experience for the last week or two. Now
Hmm.
it's my turn. Basically, I thought that I was gonna be able to tolerate the anxiety or at least whatever problems was coming my path. And then, as I stated in the last episode, my phone shorted out, died, however you want to phrase it, but it did. And that's the problem with that because most of my information or most of the stuff that I can do, especially when it comes to my job, it was in my old phone, and now I can access certain information with this phone because it stresses me out knowing that whatever access I had in my previous device, I can't access it in this one.
Mm-hmm.
As well as the fact that Grant, since you're out at least until probably next month, we're pretty much swamped with jobs. We're
Yeah.
short staffed, and the company doesn't want us to use that phrase. Also, that we're short staffed. I don't know why, but they don't want us to use it. And whatever jobs
So
We
that
have
means
we
they have to hire people.
yeah.
They don't want to
It's
spend.
in yeah. They don't want to spend money, but it's unavoidable. Like
I know. I
and
get you.
the saddest part is they always come to us thinking that we're the problem, that we're the ones who cause problems. Like we're not. We're just trying to do our job. But if they're looking for someone to blame, we're the scapegoat. Apparently.
Mhm. That's how it is. Management will never take fault for anything. It's kind of
If I
just.
can if I can say a phrase from my favorite pastime show from Amazon's The Boys, the company needs to unclench their asshole. They need to unclench it because let's be real here. They're being annoying as hell, and I'm just trying to do my job. And luckily, apparently, that I get put all the responsibility, which I don't want to, and just trying to do my job, finish my 9 to 5 or my 8 hour shift, and I'm just trying to help out my parents with the bills. But this is how it's gonna be. I might as well just shorten my hours and stick to my school studies.
No, I
Yeah.
feel you, man. It's
And I'm not saying and I'm not saying this to be like oh I don't want to do this like I'm quitting or whatever. But
No, you're good, bro.
with what's happening outside in the real world with the economy and everything, like you don't really have the option to quit your daily job. You have to
Mhm.
get a side hustle or something that'll help
Well,
you make
especially
more
not in
money on the side.
today's
Yeah,
economy.
today's
Yeah.
economy, no.
You gotta kind of stick with what you have and chug along.
See
Yeah.
the level where my hands are. This is where we are. We're neck deep in crap, and we're trying to flush that out. We
Yeah.
can't do that.
Kind of just sucks how it is, but
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
just
but
gotta keep swimming.
yeah, so that's my experience. But hopefully by this October or by the end of this year, hopefully it'll get better. Like I have hope, I have faith, and with good friends like you guys, I know
Mhm.
I'll get through it.
Yeah, man,
Yeah. Awesome.
absolutely. I'm always here for you, brother.
Thank you, brother, and I'm here for you both,
Thanks, man.
as well as Tyler, who could not make it. But yeah, I'm here for you
Mhm.
all.
All right. So running pretty short on time here. We're doing really great today, guys. We're gonna move on to gratitude and thanks. Who wants to give us start us off tonight?
Let me start because
Mhm.
I know you guys got want to thank something different. I have different things to be thankful for. Um, Honestly, I am thankful that as we discussed about anxiety and all the other stuff and mental health. Honestly, I'm really grateful to have friends like you, friends like you, Jeremy, like you, Grant,
Thanks, man.
Tyler, Jeffrey, and everyone else I've met in my life. I'm glad to have friends by my side, but friends who keep keep on communicating with me, and we have conversations, whether they be something important or something stupid, but at least we're communicating,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm thankful for that, and I'm thankful to you guys. So thank you, Jeremy. Thank you, Grant. Thank you both.
Oh yeah.
Thank you, man. That was very kind of you.
Grant, would you like to go? You want me to?
Yeah, I'll go. Um, I'm really grateful for my fiance. Um, I think in more ways than one, she continues to do like outstandingly amazing things for me, and I don't even think I acknowledge or give the credit where the credit is due, and continues to like cheer me on in her own way. And I need to be more like, I think, aware of it. And I'm grateful for the healing journey that I've had with this. Um, Aside from that, I'm like really, really stressed and anxious because so far both the state and Costco are like struggling to like work with each other, and there's no payment so far. So I gotta make. Is there a hat? Ulta, Target.
My TV just started going. One sec.
Oh, so his TV just went off for no reason.
It just went off on its own.
Yeah,
There's a ghost.
yeah. So yeah, it's just stressful, and I'm hoping we can make everything work. And because there's a lot of things that are going on in the
Yeah.
next few months and all and stuff, and so I don't know. I just want
See,
everything to
I
work.
I live by 2 mottos. Firstly, pretty common one is "It is what it is," right?
Ah,
And then
it
secondly,
is what it is.
this is important though, because living with it is what it is a hopeless motto,
Yes.
but it is what it is paired with everything will work out. I think is super important.
Oh, so
You
you do
can
it
you can
like it is what it is, and everything will work out.
yeah.
I hear what you're saying.
Because it it has that well, it's you shouldn't really worry too much on the things that are going wrong, things that are out of your control at least. It is what it is. And then you trying to turning it into a positive thing. It is what it is, but it's probably that way for a good reason. Everything's gonna work out. Everything's gonna turn out well. And I kind of like it.
Yeah, I kind of
So
like that too.
I'm gonna share my gratitude. Firstly, I'm very grateful for my family for pushing me, to be more, be better. Um, and I'm thankful for the outstanding support and encouragement that my girlfriend gives me.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
makes me want to be better, makes me want to do better. Um, because I want to give her a life that she deserves.
Damn. Get it going, boy. I love that.
All right. Well, thank you guys for watching us
Yeah.
today.
Thank you for watching, guys.
Um, I have something really funny to share with you before we
Yeah.
end this. Um, so I'm so thankful on top of this that Grant was streaming tonight. Because I totally forgot to hit record.
Oh
But Grant's
boy.
streaming, so I can capture. I can get the VOD.
You
Okay,
can.
okay, okay.
So
You can
I'll
just
think.
go into the
Join us next time as we continue to explore thought-provoking discussions, inspiring growth, and celebrating the power of ideas. Thank you.